વ્યવસ્થિત કપડા પહેરીને આવ્યો છે ને એટલે પાછું એમ થાય કે ના
सर्व पार्टिसिपंट्सना विनंती आहे की आपले जे माइक्स आहे ते आपण म्यूट करून ठेवावेत. संपूर्ण कार्यक्रमाच्या अंतर्गत आपण कार्यक्रम सुरू असताना वक्ते बोलत असताना आपण आपले माइक तेवढे आपण म्यूट ठेवावेत. आपण माइक आपला अनम्यूट केला तर कार्यक्रमामध्ये बाधा येऊ शकते. त्यामुळे आपणा सर्वांना विनंती आहे.
I welcome all with this beautiful afternoon. Shri Shahu Shikshan Prasarak Mandal, Pet Vadgaon, Shri Vijay Singh Yadav College, Pet Vadgaon organizes this webinar. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, dear colleague and dear students, I am Vaishali Kumbar from Department of Microbiology. Very pleased to welcome you all to this webinar organized by Department of Microbiology with guidance of head of our department. Firstly, I would like to mention a timeline of our department. It started in the year 2008. Now department has been engaged and collaborated with Microbiologist Society. This day, our department has arranged this webinar for college students to enlighten us and give a depth information about the subject, which helps the student kindle enthusiasm about the microbiology. Now I request Ms. Petkar ma'am to introduce our guest and hand over this webinar to him.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. Today, it's our pride that we have such an esteemed guest to guide us. So let me take an opportunity to introduce our guest, Dr. Arvind Deshmukh sir. Sir is president of Microbiologist Society India. Sir formerly worked as a professor and head of the department of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Subcenter Usmanabad. Sir hold doctorate in the microbiology subject. Sir have total 37 years of teaching experience. Sir have been published 82 research papers, and out of them 32 are in international journals. 17 research students were guided by Sir, and one is currently working. Sir have published 4 books and edited 7 books. Sir is also a chief editor of Journal of Microbial World. Sir have organized 46 state, national, international level conferences, seminars, workshops in India and as well as in abroad. Sir have been worked as chairman of Board of Studies in Microbiology. Sir also was a member of BOS, Research and Recognition Committee, Board of University, Teaching and Research Committee, environmental committees of many universities and government. Sir was invited as a resource person in 154 conferences and 285 colleges and different universities. Sir have given 14 expert talk sessions on radio regarding biofertilizers, biopesticides, pure water and vermicompost, and environmental pollution. Sir have written 20 scientific articles in newspaper, that is also in local languages like in Marathi newspapers. Sir have presented papers in international events held in Japan in 1988, in Malaysia in 2004, Nepal in 1992, in Bangladesh in 2003, in Thailand 2008, Indonesia in 2011, Dubai and Singapore in 2012 and 2013, respectively. Sir was also invited as a guest speaker at Mauritius, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and Nepal in different years. Sir have visited some international universities of China, USA, Germany, France, United Kingdom. So we deeply appreciate that you have invested your valuable time with us. Now, I request Dr. N. Deshmukh sir to start with his session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rasika, for introducing me in a nice way. And thanks your principal for arranging my lecture today and for giving an opportunity to interact with students. Now, can you see my video? Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And please allow to share my PPT.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is allowed, sir.
It is written that host disabled participant screen sharing.
Okay, 1 minute, sir. Yes, sir. Now you can do it.
Yes, yes.
Please try it, sir.
Okay. Right, right. Thank you. Now, my slide is visible to you.
No, sir. It is.
Yes.
It is in the process, sir. It is in the process.
Huh?
It is in the process, sir.
So my slide is visible.
Yes, it is visible, but screen is not there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes. Sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. So thank you very much. Today I will be talking on the topic because it was the madam, Rasika madam was insisting me. Sir, our students are very eager to know what is the research going on in the microbial technology or biotechnology. And what are the recent trends in microbiology or biotechnology. Let
सरांचा आवाज येत नाहीये.
बहुतेक सरांचं नेटवर्क गेले मॅडम. आपण तर ऑनलाईन आहोत. बहुतेक नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लेम असेल मॅडम. देशमुख सर,
माझा आवाज येतोय का?
यस सर, यस सर, येतोय आवाज येतोय सर.
हा. So what I'm telling you, we require botany, zoology.
सरांचा आवाज येत नाहीये.
हॅलो.
हा सर, येतोय आवाज येतोय तुमचा सर.
मग काही प्रॉब्लेम झालाय का? मॅडम म्हणतायत येत नाही.
हा,
आता
येतोय आवाज.
हा. Okay. So I was talking about the botany, zoology, chemistry, geology, environmental science. All these are required for the development of nation, for development of human being. Only microbiology is required for the existence of human being. That is the difference. Because without my study of microbiology, without the help of microorganism, human life on the earth is impossible. One more thing again, I will tell you the students, because students are eager to know. I will tell them, you take any technology and a suffix or prefix bio over to it, it is a biotechnology. So whenever you use prefix bio for remediation, bio for fertilizer, bio for informatics, bio for decolorization, bio for leaching, bio for bleaching, many 100 and 1,000 words I will tell you, where biotechnology is a very important in human life. Even I will tell you, I am going to tell all these details, but I will tell you the bio cement is also there, bio steel is also there. So everywhere there is a bio and bio. So let us go to the one important thing. Please, 1 minute. Biofertilizer. So what is a biofertilizer? Biofertilizer is means whenever India got independence, Honorable Jawaharlal Nehru, the Prime Minister at that time, declared our country as the agri-oriented country. Then we were using chemical fertilizer, hybrid quality of seed, high water, but heavy irrigation. But everything has told that chemical fertilizer has many disadvantages, chemical pesticides has disadvantages. So what is the recent technology? Recent technology is a biofertilizer and a biopesticide. This is the recent technology. Now you see, the biofertilizers, as you know that the biofertilizers are different types of biofertilizer. What are the different types of biofertilizer? Azo, rhizo, and phosphate solubilizing biofertilizer, trichoderma as a biofertilizer. So like that, there are many biofertilizers. They are present in the present situation. So let us go to the recent trends in biofertilizer. What are the recent trends in biofertilizer? Recent trend in biofertilizer is that now there are liquid biofertilizer. In Maharashtra, we have more than 300 biofertilizer industries and about 100 biopesticide industries. So we have biofertilizer industries as well as biopesticide industries. And what are the biopesticide industries? You see, the Trichoderma, Bacillus anthracis are the best biopesticide. Trichoderma as well as Trichogramma. Trichogramma is an insect. That insect kill other insect, that is called as a biopesticide. So in India, the popular is a Trichoderma. The popular is the anthrax. The popular is the Trichogramma. So all these different biopesticides are very common nowadays. Now, why biopesticide? You see, you might be knowing Amir Khan. Amir Khan was, you know, as a hero, but I know him as a social worker. He has organized one episode on the TV, and that episode was a Satyameva Jayate. In Satyameva Jayate, what he did, he organized in Satyameva Jayate, he organized one event, that is a disadvantages of chemical pesticides. So he told that there are many disadvantages of the chemical pesticides. And he told that the chemical pesticide should not be used. Then what is alternative? Alternative is a biopesticide. As I have told you, now liquid biofertilizer is available, or the biofertilizer capsules are available. So you can go for biofertilizer capsule or biofertilizer, liquid biofertilizer, which is easy to dispense. So what I will suggest you, for all students, I will suggest them, you start your own industry, biofertilizer industry or biopesticide industry. Help the generation to avoid the pollution. Why? Chemical pesticides are carcinogenic. And as it is a carcinogenic, chemical pesticides are creating health problem. So naturally, we should not use chemical pesticides. And I will request our students of microbiology. You see, I'm telling to students of microbiology, there is not a single problem in the world which can be solved by the microbiology. Meaning is that every problem can be solved by the microbiology. Example, world is facing a food problem. What is the solution to it? Probiotic is a solution. Single cell protein is a solution. World is facing environmental problem. What is the solution to the environmental problem? Solution to the environment problem is again the microorganism. I will tell you Ananda Chakravarti, name of Ananda Chakravarti. Ananda Chakravarti was a very great Indian scientist. He died 2 years back. He discovered superbug, Pseudomonas aeruginosa. He got a patent and he became a millionaire and billionaire. Why? Because to him, the organism Pseudomonas putida is very useful. So again, I'm telling you, what may be the problem? Problem may be the agriculture. Problem may be the industrial. Problem may be the medical. Problem may be the environmental. Problem may be the fuel. Problem may be the food. All these problems are solved by the microbiology or biotechnology. That's why there is a tremendous scope. One more evidence I will give you. If you are searching a postdoc or doctorate out of India, maximum fellowships are available in life science, not in the physics, not in the chemistry, not in mathematics, but in life science, maximum fellowships are there. Why? Because this is a very, very important subject nowadays. So I will tell all microbiology students, I'm going to tell you what are the recent advances. What is the recent knowledge again? I have told you only the biofertilizer and biopesticide, correct? Now, let us go to the environmental problem. Because there is a biomedical waste, there is a electronic waste, there is a water pollution, there is a soil pollution, there is a human health hazard. Again, I will tell you the students, yesterday only I created one video on water pollution after the floods. You know that today there is a flood problem. In that also microbiology is playing important role. How? In the floods, water pollution occurs, leptospirosis disease occurs. So everywhere there is the importance of microbiology. In the pollution problem, whenever there is a pollution, who can solve the pollution? How we can treat the pollution? We can treat the pollution by different chemicals, but again they cause another pollution. We can treat the pollution by physical ways, but it is costly, it requires a labor. Microbiology is the best solution to the pollution. With the help of microorganism, we can degrade all pollutants. There are microorganisms called as a superbug. These superbugs destroy the pollutant and get rid of the pollutant and create the good environment. So it may be the medical waste, biomedical waste. You know that biomedical waste is creating a major problem nowadays. What is the solution? Microorganism is a solution. Then again, one more. E-waste. Today you are using computer, laptop, and at home, different electric equipment like a press, like a oven, like a washing machine, like a TV, and many other things. All these electrical and electronic equipment, the rule is that we cannot throw on the garbage because it creates an environmental pollution. So what is the solution to it? Solution is again, the microorganisms can help you. Metal leaching microorganisms are there. We can extract again the metal from these electrical and electronic waste. We can earn money. That is called as a creating a wealth from the waste. That is possible only with the help of microorganisms. So the microorganisms are playing role everywhere in the world. Again, I will tell you one more field is pathological laboratories. You will say me, sir, we know pathological laboratories at every village, every taluka place. There are no pathological laboratories. But what I'm going to tell you, the importance of laboratory and diagnosis is increased now. And it is called as a negative diagnosis. What is a negative diagnosis? Negative diagnosis meaning is that people are going in the laboratory not to find out whether he is suffering from disease or not. Then why is going in the laboratory? He or she is going in the laboratory to find out whether I am not suffering from a disease. I am not suffering, meaning is that my age is 60, for example. My running age is 67 years. Then my relatives are always telling me, although you are not suffering from any disease, every year you can go in the laboratory and check your blood. Why? It is called as a negative diagnosis. Negative diagnosis meaning is that whether I am not suffering from diabetes, whether I am not suffering by the another any liver infection, whether I am not suffering from jaundice, whether I am not suffering from any other infections, to find out that suppose I am having a temperature. Doctor always tells me you are having a temperature maybe by another reason, but there is a possibility of infection. Let us confirm whether the infection is there or not. And to find out whether there is an infection or not, we are going in the laboratory. CBC count, ESR, and many other blood tests are performed. And then doctor is laughing to me and telling, sir, report is nil, you are not suffering. But we have done all diagnoses because we want to confirm. Meaning is that now negative diagnosis is having importance today. And as negative diagnosis is having importance, the laboratories, pathological laboratories are also having importance. So you can start your own pathological laboratory in the village also, particularly for the ladies. This job is suitable, this job is fine, and they can earn money. Then one more thing I would like to tell you in the recent trends is single cell protein. What is a single cell protein? The blue-green algae, BGA, are single cell protein. Now you see, the blue-green algae, they are cultivated in Nagpur. There is a very big industry of India. I had been to Nagpur. So in the Nagpur, the big industry is there, single cell protein cultivate the Anabina. That is a blue-green algae. And after cultivating Anabina or blue-green algae, that is powdered, packed into polythene bags or packed into, prepared in the form of tablets or packed in the liquid, and that is sold. Where it is sold? You go in the medical shop. In the medical shop, it is available. So it is available in the medical shops also. Sorry. It is available in the medical shops also. And the single cell protein is a highly nutritious. Highly nutritious meaning is that the single cell protein is fulfilling all our nutritional requirement. Which nutritional requirement? It fulfills the protein requirement, all essential amino acid, all vitamins. So whenever you are suffering by weakness, doctor prescribes you single cell protein, and you are purchasing from the medical shop, and that single cell protein is a very useful. Many times by joke I am telling, whenever you want to give any birthday party or in the marriage, what I will suggest? Give 1 tablet of single cell protein. Why? 1 tablet of single cell protein is equivalent to 1 meal. You see, highly nutritious. So single cell protein is a recent trends available. I will tell you many things. Now, again, I will tell you the probiotics. There are prebiotics. There is a probiotics. There is a postbiotic. But I'm going to tell you only probiotics. What is a probiotics? Lactobacillus leuconostoc organism. They are present commonly in our intestine. They protect our intestine and they supply all essential amino acids, all essential vitamins. Now you go in medical shop and ask them whether probiotic tablet is available. He will say yes. You go to doctor, ask him whether you are prescribing probiotics. Doctor is telling yes, we are prescribing probiotics after any disease. Whenever person is suffering by weakness, then probiotics are generally given. So what I will suggest students, you start industry of probiotics. Probiotics are very, very costly. So why don't you start probiotic? Convert into powder form, convert into tablet form, and then the tablets or in the tablet or the powder form is possible. It can be sold in the medical shop. It can be sold in medical shop. So the probiotic is a recent technology. Then bioenergy, you see. Means I have told you, for every problem there is a solution. Microbiology is solution. Bioenergy. You know that our transport minister, Gadkari ji, our transport minister, Gadkari ji is always telling for bioethanol. He has given permission to use 15% bioethanol in our vehicle. So 15% bioethanol is already being used in our vehicle. You are having ample chance to produce bioethanol industry. Now at present from sugarcane molasses, ethanol is produced. That is called as a bioethanol. So the ethanol serves the purpose of bioenergy. In the Brazil, 100% bioethanol is being used in the Brazil. 100% bioethanol is used in the Brazil. So why not in India? It should be possible, because India is always facing a problem today. Which problem India is facing? India is facing the problems of the petrol, diesel, petrol prices are hike in the petrol prices. There is a hike in the diesel prices. We are facing severe problem. So if 15% is replaced by ethanol, then we can save the 15% petrol and diesel demand. And that is also advantage to the country. So the bioenergy, then biogas. You go in Pandharpur, in Akkarkot, they have built up biogas, and remnants of the meal is deposited as a raw material, and the methanobacter is converting the all organic matter into methane biogas, and that biogas is used as a bioenergy at many places. Meaning is that biogas can solve the energy crisis, because there are energy crises. Who can solve the energy crisis? The microorganisms can solve the energy crisis. Again, one more thing I would like to tell, that is the biocement. One of my students was working in Bath University, UK, on biocement. Biocement meaning is that there is a cement, you see. There is a cement prepared with the help of microorganism. And this cement prepared by microorganism is more sturdy than the normal cement. It seals the gap. It fills the gap. Joints, the sturdy joints, more firm joints by these microorganisms. So you go on YouTube, type biocement, you will get everything. Secondly, biosteel, you see. Biosteel, again, there is the importance that the microorganism produces steel, which is called as a biosteel, and it is more sturdy than the steel, which is a metal steel. So the less heavy, cheaper, and more sturdy is the biosteel. Then there are bio batteries, biochips. Biochips meaning is that we are having silicon chips now. But in the biochips, scientists are preparing biochips. What is a biochip? In the computer, instead of silicon chip, to store the memory, we can use biochips. Which is the best biochip in the world? Our brain is the best biochip in the world. Because in our brain, how many memories are there? I will tell you. In your brain, how much memory is there? In your brain, there is a microbiology stored in your memory. Your home address is stored in your memory. Your relatives are stored in your memory. Places you have visited as a tour place is stored in the memory. And what is your child? Many things are stored in your memory. That is the best biochip. Likewise, whether biochip is possible in the computer? Yes, it is possible in the computer. Again, you see the very recent advancement, I will tell you, the vaccines. In the vaccines also, we know that in old times, vaccines were injected, still they are injected. But now new vaccines are there, called as a nasal vaccines. They are coming in India within 1 month. Scientists are doing research on that. Research already made, but trials are doing. And within 1 month, it will come in the market. So the nasal vaccine is a magic. Again, you see, one more research is going on. Edible vaccine. Is it possible? Scientists are telling, yes, it is possible. Why? How? In the banana, we can transfer the gene from microorganism in the banana, and banana will produce a vaccine. So that is called as edible vaccine. Vaccine need not to be injected. Then vaccine should be given in the form of food material. Again, one more thing I would like to tell you. Genetically modified food. I was in USA. Genetically modified food was allowed. I was in Europe. Genetically modified food is available there. I was in Bangladesh. Even in Bangladesh, genetically modified brinjal is allowed. But in India, no genetically modified food is allowed, not permitted, because of the traditional people. Actually, it must be allowed. In India, only allowed which product plant is allowed? BT cotton is allowed. But BT cotton is not a food. Food is not allowed. Science, the administrator, the prime minister, and all ministry are against the genetically modified food. So we should create a pressure on the government. And what pressure on the government? That they should allow genetically modified food in India. You see again, very soon in India, there will be the maximum market of fermented foods. You know that the idli, kamandokra, then pickle, bread, curd, all these are fermented milk products. So the fermented products will be sold in the market. So what is the research in that? Produce a fermented product which is having the best smell and best taste. Because two things are important: taste and smell of the food material. Then we like the food material. You know that jalebi is having specific type of smell. Pickle is having specific type of smell. So that's why we are attracted toward the food material. So in the food industry, there is a tremendous scope in the food industry. Again, I will tell you, there is also scope in the cosmetic industry. What is a cosmetic industry? Whenever the powder is produced in industry, different types of powders are produced, different types of nail paints are produced, different types of lipsticks are produced, different types of sprays are produced. All these, whenever applied on our body surface, the precaution is taken, they should be pathogenic microbial free. That's why all microbiologists have opportunity to work in the cosmetic industry in the quality control department. Now I will talk about the quality control and quality assurance. These two words are very, very closely related with the microbiology. Why? You take any type of food material which you are drinking, which you are eating. You see, any type of food material which you are eating and which you are drinking, there must be the quality. As I told you yesterday, I have prepared a video on the diseases after the flood. So there are maximum diseases because of the polluted water. Water quality is very important. That should be checked for the absence of pathogenic microorganism. So the water quality should be of the good quality. You drink the water which is free from pathogenic microorganism. So in every distillery industry now, every pure water industry in Maharashtra, in India, they made compulsory microbiologist. Why? Without microbiologists, it is not possible to check the quality of water. Same thing is applicable to the food industry. I will give one example. I was in Mahabaleshwar. There was a chocolate industry. Because for the production of chocolate, no microbiology is involved. Ask them whether you are having microbiologists. They told, yes, sir, we are having microbiologists. I asked why. They told, for preservation of chocolate, we require microbiologist. Chocolate should not get spoiled, so we require microbiologist. Meaning is that the microbiologists are required everywhere. Microbiologists are required in every food industry, in every water industry, and also required in every pharmaceutical. Why? The medicines produced in pharmaceutical, maximum of them are either in the tablet or in the liquid form. These tablets and liquids should be free from pathogenic microorganisms. For the testing, the sterility of the tablet, for that microbiology, quality control and quality assurance is important. So the quality control and the quality assurance is required in pharmaceutical industry. Then any injectable prepared syringes and needles. Syringes and needles should be free from pathogenic microorganisms. There should be quality control testing. So the quality control testing is required in the syringes, hospital, in the operation theater. See, in the operation theater, room should be free from pathogenic microorganism. There is a need of microbiologist or any chemical which will sterilize the microorganism air from the operation theater. In this manner, microbiology is playing very important role in all types of these industries, in the quality control and in quality assurance. In addition to that, I will tell you very interesting thing, recent things in microbiology is ethics in microbiology. What is the ethics in microbiology? Ethics in microbiology is because of the microbiology, because of the biotechnology, there are changes in the ethical values. You know that in all medical universities, in Ayurvedic colleges, there is an ethical committee. What is the role of ethical committee? Ethical committee, the one of the role is that whenever you are using animal for testing, because we are using rats, we are using monkeys, we are using different animals, the permission is given by the ethical committee. But whenever I will write the research paper, I should not write 2 rats were killed, 2 monkeys were killed. It is not allowed. Then you should write 2 rats are sacrificed, 2 monkeys were sacrificed. Why? Because they are giving their life for the betterment of human being. That is called as ethics. Again, one more thing I will tell you. For example, any animal gene is transferred. Is it possible? Yes, possible. I will tell you, the insulin producing gene is present in animal. That gene is transferred in E. coli. And now whatsoever insulin available in the medical shop, it is a microbial insulin. Actually, microorganisms do not produce insulin, but forcibly it is made to produce insulin. Now, that insulin producing gene, can it be transferred into fruits? Yes, it can transfer into banana. Now, if animal gene is transferred in banana, then whether the banana is a vegetarian or non-vegetarian. Correct? Because for the fast, we are using banana. And whenever the animal gene will be transferred in banana, banana will be called as a, it is called as a non-veg banana. It will be called as a non-veg banana. This is the ethical issues. There are many, many ethical issues. So, biotechnology is a very, very recent branch. Even I will tell you,
Now the persons are thinking they are going on the moon. They are thinking to go on Mars. Whenever astronauts are coming back, it is very important that they are checked for the microbial presence. Why? We don't know whether there is any microorganism on the Mars, whether there is any microorganism on moon. And suppose astronauts while coming to Earth have brought that microorganism, it may spread in Earth in all countries, like the coronavirus. You know that coronavirus was studied in Wuhan laboratory in China. Now, accidentally it has entered into society. That is jumping. It is called as a jump. It has jumped into society, and because of the corona, we are facing problem. I am facing problem. Again, last but very important thing, recent advancement I would like to give is bioterrorism. You see, the bioterrorism is the major problem nowadays. And I have written a letter to government that we frame a committee to fight with the bioterrorism. Make a rule to fight with the bioterrorism. But government has not made up to the time rule. Actually, there is a rule in USA, but not any rule in India regarding bioterrorism. What is bioterrorism? It was said by some scientists. Coronavirus is spreaded by the China as a part of bioterrorism. It is not true, but some scientists were claiming. What is a bioterrorism? Bioterrorism means that kill enemy with the help of microorganisms. You see, there are many things, organisms are there. For example, typhoid, cholera, anthrax, or these viral diseases. You can spread these organisms in the soil of, in the water of the enemy country. So the all human being in the enemy country will die, and we'll get the land, we'll get the infrastructure, we'll get the animal, we'll get the crop. Whenever we'll conquer that country, everything will be available for us. And we'll conquer that country only selectively killing microorganisms. You see. Now you know that there are atom bombs which can kill everyone, not selectively microorganisms. They will destroy the building, they will kill the animals, they will destroy the crops. Then chemical weapons are there. Chemical weapon will not harm to the building, but chemical weapon along with the human being will harm to the animals. Animal will also die. Meaning is that all these other weapons will destroy along with the human being other structures also. But the microorganisms can selectively kill human being. That's why more importance is given now to the bioterrorism. And the whole world have concentrated now. In the future, it is a very important for the bioterrorism. So if you are a student of microbiology and biotechnology, I will request you, you are the ambassadors. You spread this knowledge in the local language, in Marathi, to your village. Tell them that chemical pesticides are carcinogenic. Don't use chemical pesticides. They persist in the soil for 20 years and they are responsible for cancer. So now chemical pesticides should be banned. Create a pressure and create awareness in the villages. Use chemical pesticides, do organic farming in India, in Maharashtra. Microbiology is very important. 1 year before,
I announced, Microbiologist Society announced one exhibition of fermented food. And many colleges, I hope, as far as I know, your college also have participated in Rangoli exhibition, in fermented food exhibition. So participate in such activity and help the nation. You see, whenever we want to serve the nation, it is not always essential to go at the boundary of India and Pakistan with the rifle. You can serve the nation at your village, at your college. So I congratulate your college today, particularly Rasika ma'am and the principal of your college, because they have arranged this lecture to create awareness among the students of their college. Definitely, they will inspire, they will promote the students of their college. As a president of Microbiology Society, always I am ready to extend my cooperation, extend hands of cooperation with your college, not only morally, also economically. Our organization is ready to help your college. I congratulate again. I thanks Rasika for arranging this lecture and giving me an opportunity. I thank other teachers or a team of the college and the principal of the college for giving me an opportunity. If student wants to ask any question, they can ask me. And again, students, probably they are already the member of our Telegram group. If not, they are not member of Telegram group, join our Telegram group in which we are giving continuously the information. So in this manner, you can join hands with Microbiology Society, and collectively your college and Microbiology Society will serve the nature, serve the nation also in future. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Does anyone have any question? Students?
Student, ask any questions. If you have any queries or if you have any questions,
Any
please
question?
ask.
Don't be afraid. You can ask the question here or you can
But
ask
your
platform.
students probably.
You can chat also.
Yeah, you can chat also. You can type the question in the chat. That is
Sure.
also possible. Okay, I think no one is there. It's all right.
Yes.
Thank you, sir, for enlightening and entertaining presentation on recent trends in microbiology, changing our students' attitude towards the subject. I'm sure students must have enjoyed. We appreciate you making time in your busy schedule. Thank you to speak to student. Now I request our Honorable Principal Ma'am for presidential talk.
Good afternoon, everybody. Madam, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. Respected Professor A.M. Deshmukh sir, Head of the Microbiology Department, Ms. Rasika Petkar, my other colleague from Microbiology Department, Vaishali Kumbar, Dr. Dinesh Bhandare, and all the team members of organizing this very valuable lecture for microbiology students and my dear fellow students. I'm very glad to listen Professor A.M. Deshmukh sir's lecture on recent trends in microbiology. Actually, while selecting the subject as a study subject for the graduation purpose, students come with different views, no doubt. And of course, arranging such lectures of eminent persons and scientists that gives us a great opportunity to learn something more about that particular subject, the avenues, different avenues in that particular subject. So I firstly appreciate Miss Rasika Madam for arranging such valuable talk for the students of microbiology. Not only for microbiology, this talk is very valuable for every student of graduation, because it is not always necessary that microbiology students only learn microbiology. Botany students should learn botany only. But these are the things or concerns of our day-to-day life. Microbiology and all other life sciences, and every science, it is related with our life, daily life. So we have to know every good thing and every recent trend in that particular subject, as it is going to change our complete life also. Because biofertilizer, it is not only the thing which is applicable and which is more important for microbiology students. Every common person will be benefited by biofertilizer. Every common person is benefited by probiotic or certain remedies on the environmental problem which are solved by microbials or microorganisms. So I extend my sincere thanks to Professor Deshmukh sir for um, exploring the different areas of microbiology where students can do their bright career after graduation, post graduation, and even they can do some valuable research in these different fields like biofertilizers, biopesticides, probiotic, pathology, bioenergy, and n number of things sir has explained in a very nice and simple language. And that is the different areas where one can do the career, where one can contribute his or her research, and where one can go for post graduation studies also. And even certain recent trends like bioterrorism and the importance of microbial organisms in the development of the medicines or medical field, that also sir has elaborated. Actually what I feel is there is no single field or no single dimension of human life which is not touched by microbiology or life science. Because the food we eat, the medicine we take, the thing we use, in every thing we are having the touch of microbiology, or we are having the involvement of the microorganisms. As sir suggested that astronauts, they should be screened because they can have some microorganism from that area, and once they are entering in our locality or on earth surface, they will be spread to the different areas, and they will be, if they are having a positive significance, no doubt man will greet them with enthusiasm. But if they are not good, they are causing some nuisance for human being, human welfare, that will be a big problem for human welfare, or there are certain remedies we have to do for their eradication. So for everything, every human life's perspective, we need the help of microbiology. And so the life science students, microbiology students should take care of all these things. What is happening in that particular subject? What are the recent trends? Which are the different avenues where we can do our post graduation? And at this moment only we have to decide where we are going to do our bright career, which is having more demand in the society, which is having that sort of significance for human welfare. As sir suggested that we can serve for our nation from where we are. Means I am a student doing my job very honestly and sincerely and committedly, I will serve my nation. If I am a teacher, I can do my job very honestly and I can serve for my nation. So likewise, you can enter in the different fields as sir has suggested and revealed and opened the different avenues. In these different areas, you can do your different studies, the specializations, and you can serve for the nation, and you will help for the betterment of the human betterment of the human, and this will be an excellent career for your future. So I feel that this talk of Professor Deshmukh sir might have enlightened the student. This talk might have opened their eyes, and now students will sincerely think about their career in life sciences and microbiology too. So with these words, I conclude my presidential words. Thank you and have a nice time.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It gave me immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks for this event. I would like to thank our chief guest, Dr. Deshmukh sir, who honored this function with his inspirational thoughts. I would like to thank our beloved principal, staff members, student, participants, and all. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.